he's going to try to reinstill some sort of partisanship into this conversation, because every time the battle lines are drawn on a partisan in a partisan manner, people won't be as focused on his own personal associations with Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein, who was charged by the Trump Justice Department in 2019, not the Democrats, was a lifelong Democrat, donated thousands of dollars to Democrat politicians, was deeply associated with many well-known Democrat figures, such as Bill Clinton, who traveled on his plane 26 times, Larry Summers, who just resigned from many boards, including Harvard, sleazebag political activist Reid Hoffman, minority leader Hakeem Jeffries, who asked Epstein to donate to his campaign after Epstein was charged, Democrat Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett, and many more. Perhaps the truth about these Democrats and their associations with Jeffrey Epstein will soon be revealed, because I have just signed the bill to release the Epstein Files. Hold on. Where the fuck was it? Okay. As everyone knows, I asked the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, very good guy, love Mike Johnson, and Senate Majority Leader John Thune, don't love him as much, to pass this bill in the House and Senate, respectively. Because of this request, the votes were almost unanimous in favor of passage. At my direction, the Department of Justice has already turned over close to 50,000 pages of documents to Congress. Do not forget, the Biden administration did not turn over a single file or page related to the Democrat Epstein, nor did they ever even speak about him. Democrats have used the Epstein issue, which affects them far more than the Republican Party, in order to try and distract from our amazing victories, including the great, big, beautiful tax cut bill, strong borders, no men and women's sports, or transgender for everyone, ending DEI, stopping Biden's record-setting inflation, lowering prices, biggest tax and regulation cuts in history, ending 8 wars, rebuilding our military, knocking out Iran's nuclear capability, getting trillions of dollars invested in the USA, creating the hottest country anywhere in the world, and even delivering a huge defeat to the Democrats on the recent shutdown disaster. For years, our great nation has had to endure Russia, Ukraine, impeachment hoax 1, impeachment hoax 2, and many other Democrat-created witch hunts and scams, all of which have been so terrible and divisive for our country and have been done to confuse, deflect, and distract from the great job that Republicans in the Trump administration are doing. This latest hoax will backfire on the Democrats just as all of the rest have. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again. So, how do I feel about this? I think that Trump could not stop this release at all because there was too much momentum boiling. And I think Marjorie Taylor Greene played a big role in that for sure. As much as I despise her, I have to admit, because she is like a true card-carrying MAGA loyalist, a cultist, right? And when you start losing allies, or when you get criticized from your right flank on that front, obviously, especially at a time when all this other stuff that he's talking about is not actually yielding positive results for his base. He's withering away at the margins, like all of the people that weren't firmly invested in the cult. All these people that were not firmly in the Trump cult have been slowly but surely going, okay, dude, you did transgender for everybody, but like, the groceries are still expensive. Electricity bills are skyrocketing. Affordability is not getting any better, right? So who gives a shit? And that's part of the reason why he can't afford to lose the loyalists with a right flank threat. I mean, he was getting destroyed on the Epstein shit too. According to the new market poll, 57% of Republicans were disapproving of the way Trump has managed it. 73% of men disapprove. 74% of women disapprove. 74% of people overall disapprove. When you lose the majority of your base, the most significant part of that is the Republicans. Republicans approve of everything that Trump does pretty much at 80%, no matter what. The very fact that he had a 57% disapproval on the Jeffrey Epstein stuff meant that he had to fucking do something about it. This is why I kept repeating over and over again that this issue is actually far more consequential than people give it credit for. People do not understand that because this was such a galvanizing factor for like the QAnons of the world, and the fact that like even the average Democrat sees the Jeffrey Epstein stuff as like, or the average Republican sees the Jeffrey Epstein stuff as like one of the only forms of class expression that you see. Because it's basically the living, breathing proof of like a lot of these conspiracies, and also the living, breathing proof that billionaires are up to some fuck shit. It ended up being an issue of consequence for him at a time when he is uniquely weak. So he had to do something about it. And this is what he is doing about it. Having said that, it's very obvious that he is going to position this as, he's going to do his very best to position this as a, what was I going to say? Yeah, he's going to position this as a Democrat thing. It's like, oh, he's going to try to reinstill some sort of partisanship into this conversation. Because every time the battle lines are drawn on a partisan, in a partisan manner, people won't be as focused on his own personal associations with Jeffrey Epstein. You understand? And that is why I suspect that we will not be seeing a lot of Trump, potentially anything new of Trump and his involvement with Jeffrey Epstein, or even many Republicans for that matter.